When your opponent can't beat your policies and isn't even really gonna try, just try to make him look like a terrorist. That's what's happening right now in New York. So you have mayoral primary candidate Andrew Cuomo, who is, I guess, running scared from the sort of insurgent, progressive Zohran Mamdani, and they're willing in Cuomo's campaign to do anything to stop him. So take a look at this. This is part of a flyer that's going around, and you can see Zohran there. They've darkened his skin and blurred his features, and like just tried to make him look like DHS is hunting for him, basically. Like that's what they went for. They made his beard look longer somehow. That's what they're doing. And we've seen this, by the way, in a lot of campaigns in the past. Generally, it's Republicans doing this. Unfortunately, in this case, it's still basically a Republican in Andrew Cuomo doing this. And so that's what they're doing. Now, it's not him directly, it's a super PAC that's supporting his candidacy, but you know how American campaigns and coordination work. And so they're attacking him basically based on his identity. And to the very limited extent that they will talk about Zohran's actual positions, it's massive lies about what he is standing for. And so you can see sort of like a zoom in of some of this right here. He rejects the NYPD. I guess he doesn't want any police, I suppose, according to this flyer. He rejects Israel because he supports BDS. He rejects the entire country, I suppose. He even rejects Jewish rights, they say. That is a wild lie to be able to legally put onto an ad, but they're able to. I guess they're not breaking the law. Aren't our campaigns amazing in America? And so, look, they're very worried about how the polling has moved in recent weeks. And in fact, if we bring up graphic 4, I get that this is gonna look like, I don't know, something John Oliver would doodle for fun or whatever, but that's basically how the different rounds of the ranked choice voting work out as you drop out the candidates who perform the worst in each round. And that has, at the end of this, a narrow win for Mamdani. This is the first time in this poll, I believe this is Emerson that put this together with polling, and then they worked it out, how the ranked choice simulation would go, actually have him winning. And he's been gaining recently, but now he's actually up. And I imagine that with the limited time they have remaining, when that poll hits the Cuomo campaign and super PACs, God only knows what they're gonna put out to attack Mamdani then. So Jayar, what do you make of this?
We've seen this, as you point out. It's over and over and over again. It's always been, actually, what always comes to mind first is when Hillary Clinton was running against Barack Obama. And there was that whole thing about he went to a Muslim school, and there was like a picture of him in like some kind of garb. And I think they asked Hillary like on the debate stage or some interview. She goes, "Well, as far as I know," so she said, "So far as I know." I remember exactly how she said it. "So far as I know, I don't know where that came from." It's a very similar thing. It was a picture, and then it's just supposed to be there. They release a picture, put whatever kind of, reject this guy because of this, that, and the third type of language on it, and then just let it work. All that is, and every time this happens, I think the response should be, you know what they want? You know what they think of you? They think you, the voter, will take this picture and hate him because of the look. They think you're a racist piece of garbage. Yep. They think that you'll vote based off of what we enhanced and did to this picture. We can obviously see we'll be busted for it. It's 2025. It's not that hard for people to then see an original picture and understand what you've done to it. They know this is possible for it to happen. They think, despite all of the proof of how they doctored this, that you're still racist and hateful enough that you're gonna ignore that and still hate them, because racism, bigotry, and division like that, they think is so deeply entwined in Americans' life's blood that that's just how you'll vote. So are you willing to buy into that? Are you gonna accept their indoctrination or their assessment of who you are as an American? Just see if you wanna vote that way for it, because they said so, not me.
That's how they're running. I really hope not, and we will be waiting to find out.